lecture. So, as we all know, this is my angle A. Let us assume and this is my sine. For sine A, like I want to find sine 0 degree, 30 degree, 45 degree, 60 degree and 90 degree. We know that the value is for sine 0 is 0, for sine 30 is 1 by 2, for sine 45 is 1 by root 2, root 3 by 2 and 1. Right? We all know this and we learn these values by tricks and something whatever we have done. So now we are going to derive the value of sine 0. How sine 0 is 0? How sine 30 degree is equals to 1 by 2? How sine 45 degree is 1 by root 2? Right? So let's start with sine 0 degree. First of all, we are calculating the values for sine 0 degree. So for this, I am drawing an right angle triangle, right angled at A, this is B and C. We all know the formula for sine A is perpendicular upon hypo, right? But I want to find the value of sine 0. It means I have to take this angle A as 0. So in this triangle I can see right now there is not a 0 degree angle. I have to make an angle of 0 degree. So for this I will use this BC. I will use this hypo. Right? What I will do, this is an angle. I will reduce this angle. How I can reduce this angle? First of all, I will reduce this angle at this much and then this and this. We can see there is a change in angle. At the same time, when the angle is reducing, the perpendicular, which is BA, is also reducing. Right? First of all, when the BC is at its original position, perpendicular is this. And when we reduce the theta at this point, our perpendicular also, the length of perpendicular is also become this much. It reduces to its original position, right? In the same way, if I again reduce the value of this theta, I again reduce this value, at the same time the perpendicular, length of perpendicular also reduced, right? And after some time, what I will see? I will see this BC hypo. This is reducing in this way. This BC is reducing in this way. After some time, it will merge with this base CA. Right? This will merge with CA. And now this perpendicular is now reduced to 0. Perpendicular is reduced to 0. And this angle is also reduced to 0 degree. And this is what we want to find, right? We wanted or we needed this 0 degree. So now we have the point where like we have 0 degree angle. पहले हमारे we have at first हमारे पास क्या था, परपेंडिकुलर भी था एंड दिस हाइपो भी था, लेकिन अब ये रिड्यूस होके सिर्फ क्या बचा है, बेस बचा है. Now we only have base. This hypo is merged with base and the value of hypo is equals to base. And this perpendicular is become 0. So what is the formula of sine A? Formula of sine A is perpendicular upon hypo, right? So now we will put the value of perpendicular. What is the value of perpendicular for this triangle? Perpendicular is 0, right? And this hypo this hypo is merged with base, and hypo is now became the base. So we can put the value of hypo as b as the base. Something upon 0, the value will be 0, right? And this is our value of sine 0 degree. Sine 0 degree is equals to 0. This is our value for sine 0 degree. I hope this is clear to you all, right? And now in the same way, we can find cos 0 degree. What is the formula for cos 0 degree? Base upon hypo, right? And when base is what? Now in this triangle, base is b. The value of base is what? Base is equals to b, and hypo, this bc, hypo is what? Hypo is this bc, this is merged with this bc, is now merged with this ca. It means hypo will become what? Hypo became the base. The value of hypo is now base. So we can write hypo as b also, right? Value of base is base, and value of hypo is hypo. Value of hypo is also base, because this hypo is merged with the base. So when we cancel these out, what we get? We get 1. So value of cos 0 degree is 1. In the same way, by using their formula, we can find tan 0 degree, cot 0 degree, and so on. I hope this is clear to you all. So now let's move to another page. Now we are calculating the value of sine at 30 degree, right? So for 30 degree, I am drawing an equilateral triangle. What I am drawing now? I used to draw an equilateral triangle. This is A, A, B, and C. This is an equilateral triangle. All sides will be equal. So this side is A, this side will also A, and this is also A. Now I am drawing a perpendicular. I am drawing a perpendicular on BC from A. We all know that this will made a 90 degree angle. So we can say this triangle, now we can see two triangles, ABD, ADB, or ADC, right? I can say this ADB is congruent to ADC, right? By congruency rule, we can see here congruency rules are followed here. Like this side AD is common in these two triangles, and this 90 angle is also equal, and this side AB is equals to AC is also equal. So in this way, the triangle ADB is congruent to triangle ADC. I hope this is clear to you all. So now this BC was the value of this BC. The value of this BC was A. Then what will the value of BD? BD will A by 2, and DC will also A by 2. I hope this is clear to you all. This angle is 60 degree, and this angle is also 60 degree. Now what is the value of this angle? This angle will be 30 degree. So now we have 30 degree, right? And we have to find the value of sine 30 degree. So first of all, what is the formula of sine 30? Formula of sine 30 is perpendicular upon hypo. I am taking the triangle ADB. In ADB, for 30 degree, perpendicular is BD and hypo is AB. Hypo is AB, value of hypo is A, and perpendicular is BD, value of BD is A by 2. So I will put the values in the formula. What is the perpendicular for sine 30? Perpendicular is BD. What is the value of BD? Value of BD is A by 2, right? And then we have to put the value of hypo. What is the value of hypo? Hypo is A, right? After cancelling this A, what I will get? I will get 1 upon this 2. So what is the value of perpendicular upon hypo? It means what is the value of sine 30 degree is 1 by 2. So from here we get the value of sine 30 degree as 1 by 2. I hope this is clear to you all. In the same way you can find value of sine 30 degree, tan 30 degree and so on. So now let's move to another. So now we are going to find the value of sine 45 degrees. So for sine 45 degree, I am drawing an right angle triangle. Right angled at A. So for 45 degree, if this angle is 45, this angle will also 45. Why? This is a very basic question. Like we can see sum of all angles of triangle is 180, right? So this is 90, this is 45 and this will also be 45. And if these two angles B and C are equal, then these sides will also be equal. We have learned this in chapter 6 of triangles, right? If angle B and C are equal, the side AC and BA will also be equal. So now we have angle B equals to angle C, which is 45 degree, and side CA equals to side BA. So let us assume this side CA as A and this side BA as A, right? Because these sides are equal. So if we have perpendicular and base, we can easily find hypo, which is BC. So what is the formula? BC square equals to CA square plus BA square, right? Now I am finding the value of hypo. So CA is what? A. So here we get A square, and BA is what? BA is also A. So here we get 2A square. So BC square is equals to 2A square. BC is equals to under root 2A square. This will give us under root 2A. The value of BC we get is under root 2A. I hope this is clear, right? So now we have our values. We have the value of base, we have the value of perpendicular, and we have the value of hypo also. So now what is the formula for sine A? Formula for sine A is perpendicular upon hypo. So formula for sine 45 will be perpendicular upon hypo. Perpendicular upon hypo. Value of perpendicular is what? For sine 45, perpendicular is BA. I am taking this 45. If I take this 45 degree, so then the perpendicular will be AC. So value of AC is A. And if I will take this 45, then the value of perpendicular will be BA, which is also equals to A. So we can take any of the 45 degree. So for sine 45 degree, value of perpendicular is A upon hypo is under root 2A. After cancelling these A, I get sine 45 is equals to 1 by root 2, and this is the value of sine 45 is equals to 1 by root 2. I hope this is clear. This is I want to explain you how this value occur. You learn this value, it's okay, it's fine, but we have to be a knowledge. We have to the knowledge of basic concept, right? So in the same way we will find sine 60 degree. Sine 60 degree. For sine 60 degree I will use an equilateral triangle. This is an equilateral triangle. ABC, and this is an equilateral, then the AB side is equals to BC and all sides are equal. And I am drawing a perpendicular to BC from A. Again I can say this triangle ADB is congruent to ADC, right? ADB triangle is congruent to ADC. So now I am taking the triangle ADB. We know that value of BC is A. Then what will be the value of BD? BD will be A by 2. BD will be A by 2. For sine 60 degree, this is 60 degree. Sine 60 degree, we need what? Perpendicular upon hypo. Formula for sine A is perpendicular upon hypo. So in triangle ABD, here is my 60 degree angle. Perpendicular will be this AD. So first of all I have to find the value of this AD. I will find this value with the help of Pythagoras theorem. I have given with hypo and base. So now I am going to use Pythagoras theorem to find perpendicular AD. AB square is equals to AD square plus BD square, right? Value of AD square is not given. Value of BD square is A square upon 4. So now this A square is equals to 4 will go on the left hand side. Value of AB, we can put the value of AB. Value of AB is A and AB square will become A square. So now A square minus A square upon 4 is equals to AD square. What we have done till now, we take this value to the left hand side, right? Is that clear to you all? अब AD स्क्वायर है, we have AD square in equals AD. Value of AD will be what? Value of AD will be A square minus A square upon 4 under root. If we apply square root both side of this equation, if we apply square root on both side of this equation, what we will get? We will get this value, right? So now if I take LCM for A square minus A square under root, and this will become, the square root of 4 is 2 and 4A square minus, ये माइनस है, 4A square minus A square will become 3A square under root 3A square, and then A square and this under root, so there will be only under root 3 and A square will cut the square root and we have A upon 2. We have the value of AD as root 3 by 2A. What is the value of AD? Value of AD is, this value of AD is root 3 by 2A, right? So now we have all values. We have value of perpendicular, we have value of base and hypo also. So now we can find the value of sine at 60 degree. What is the formula for sine A? Formula for sine A is perpendicular upon hypo. Sine A is equals to perpendicular upon hypo. Sine 60. For sine 60, what is the perpendicular? Perpendicular is root 3 by 2a. And what is the value of hypo? Value of hypo is a. After cancelling these a's, we get value of sine 60 degree, which is root 3 by 2a. So this is our answer for sine 60 degree. So now let's move to final